We've been planning this for so long.
The ring had barely slipped
I
onto
know,
her
it's
finger
perfect.
when the phone buzzed. Midnight had settled deep over the house. My boy was asleep upstairs, the hall swallowed in darkness except for the dim glow of one lamp. My fiancée had drifted to bed with a smile, her hand trembling as she stared at the diamond like it carried every dream she'd waited for. I lingered in the silence. Then came the call from a number I'd deleted 5 years ago, a number I thought was gone forever. My wife's old line. My chest tightened as I answered, breath shaking, static crackling before a voice emerged. Her voice. Don't marry her. Every breath fled me. My grip crushed the phone, knuckles snapping. Leave this town, she pleaded. Take our son, please. Then the line cut. What followed was heavier than her words, silence, endless, suffocating. Because my wife had been gone 5 years. Or at least, that's what I had believed. Grief teaches with cruelty. I'd buried her twice, once in the fire, once in my memories. I forced myself to accept her absence, to raise our boy alone, to patch together a life that barely held. But that voice, it wasn't a copy, wasn't a trick. It was her. I knew it down to the marrow. Morning came. I stared at my fiancée differently. She was glowing, humming as she slid toast onto plates, her new ring catching light as if the world hadn't shifted overnight. She was beautiful, proud, radiant. Yet when her eyes met mine, something pierced me. She turned away too fast. That's when it hit, this wasn't a haunting. This was a warning. Had I lived inside a lie for 5 years? If my wife still breathed, then the fire was never what it seemed. If she was truly gone, then whose voice had called through her phone? My fiancée touched my hand gently. You're quiet, she whispered. I smiled, kissed her fingers, played the role she trusted. But inside, I was already tearing everything apart. I started with the number. No name. Disposable. Yet the ping came from a tower 2 towns away, the same direction where the flames had taken her. I told no one. Not my fiancé. Not my son. I moved like a shadow through my own life, laughing at work, hugging my child, kissing the woman in my bed, while each night I dug deeper. Records. Paper trails. Hospital registries. Again and again, one thing circled back, her name. My fiancée. She had been near that address the night of the fire. She had worked at the clinic treating burn victims. She never once told me, though she preached honesty like a virtue. And then, my boy. The thought slashed me open. Quietly, I ordered the test. The swab trembled in my hands as I sealed the envelope. 2 weeks. That's how long I waited. 2 weeks of lying beside her, hearing whispers of forever while I braced for the truth. The envelope was thin, weightless, but when I opened it, my life caved in. Probability of paternity, 0%. My son. My boy. Not mine. I sat at the kitchen table, paper flat, breathing even. She walked in, humming, wearing my ring. Her body froze at the sight. Her lips parted. Color drained. You knew, she murmured. I didn't reply. I stared, steady, like a man watching the sea consume his home. Tears burst, excuses tumbled. It was before us, it was complicated. I didn't mean, I slid the paper toward her. The silence thundered louder than her sobs. She shattered. I did not. I picked up the phone, dialed back the ghostly number. The line connected. Her pocket lit up. My fiancé's phone. Her eyes widened, horror flooding. "You sent it," I said, voice flat. She broke, collapsing to her knees, clutching at my hands. I was scared. I didn't want him to grow up without you. I pulled free. You let me think my wife was gone. You let me raise a boy who wasn't mine. You built a future on ashes, smiling while I bled. Her cries filled the room. I left her on the floor. I packed little, a bag, my wallet, the paper that ended it all. I kissed my son's forehead one last time as he slept. He wasn't mine by blood, but he had been my life. That, too, burned away now. I walked out quietly. The night air was sharp, cold, and clear. For the first time in years, so was I. No grief. No rage. Only clarity. She had played her game. I had unmasked it. And I reclaimed the one thing she couldn't touch, my silence. I lit a cigarette, exhaled into the dark. One ghost buried long ago. Tonight, I buried two. And if you're still here listening, remember this: truth always finds the surface, no matter how deep someone buries it. Don't let lies steal your years. Stay sharp, stay aware, and never ignore the whispers that shake your soul.